have those days where things just like really bother you? My day is like every day for me. I don't know what it is, but there's certain things that people say that just really set me off. And it's usually something that has to do with my looks or other people's looks or other people's weight or other people's, face, hair, clothing, anything, whatever. I have my personal style, and sometimes I don't like what other people wear, and, I'll be like, oh, what is she wearing? But whatever, if she likes it, anyway, that's beside the point. Today I'm going to be talking about my pet peeves when it comes to being a plus-size woman. I have my list here. It's a long list. Number 1, I saw on the internet that people were griping about Pink's weight. Pink, the singer, whatever. She went to this, fundraising event for one of her friends or something that, battled cancer or something like that. I don't quite remember what it was. But all people could say was that Pink needs to lose weight. Pink looks fat. First of all, no, the heck she doesn't. She doesn't look fat at all. Okay, maybe she's not like a toothpick, but the woman's got muscles. The woman has thick legs and a tiny waist and whatever. Seriously, is that literally the most important thing in the world? Seriously, her friend was, doing something amazing, and all people could care about was her weight. And she even said that herself. There's more important things in this world than people's weight. Oh, I know that's I know I'm on the defensive here because I am personally attacked sometimes because of my weight as well. So, I feel very strongly about this. I think that when yes, it's important to be healthy and stuff, but if somebody doesn't want to do that, then you can't say a darn thing to them. Mind your own business, be in your own life, and just leave people alone. Everybody works harder on different things. Everybody does things differently, and just because somebody doesn't look exactly like you doesn't mean that they're any less of a person. So, number 2, one of my pet peeves is when some people point out that black is slimming / stripes are widening. Okay, look, a couple things. While black may be slimming, just because I am fat doesn't mean that I want to wear black all the time. Seriously, I walk into these plus size stores and I see black everywhere. I'm just like, really? Really? Or if things have color in them, they still have some sort of black somewhere in there. It's really though? We're not in mourning. We are not, no, just stop. So, it really drives me nuts. One time I went into a dress shop looking for a pageant gown, not the dress shop that I bought my gown at because they were nice people, so I wanted to buy my dress from them. This is a different gown shop. They said, or the woman that owned the shop said, oh, you should get black because it's slimming. How slimming is it really going to be? I'm not trying to hide anything. People, even if I wear black, know that I'm a big girl. Really? I'm not, trying to hide anything. And why? It drives me nuts that people think that because I'm fat, I crave to be thin. Really? Maybe it's a compliment when somebody says, oh, you look really slim in that. But, I don't... It's not that I don't care to be slim, because if I was, sure, great, whatever, but, really, though? Oh, yeah, okay, fine. To them, it's a compliment, but really, it's so you're saying I'm fat? I hate that. I can't stand that. I don't know, and the other thing about stripes being widening, who cares? I'm already wide. I don't care if I'm any wider. Then again, I'm not trying to fool anybody. Oh, sorry guys. This is a totally angry video. But I just wanted to get these things off my chest and explain why I feel this way. Because I always correct my mom, stop saying I look slim in this because I'm not slim. I don't care. Anyway, I get kind of mad at her sometimes when she said that. And I know that she's trying to compliment me, but But it doesn't make any sense to me. So, anyway, number 3, when people say somebody is ugly because she isn't healthy. Yeah, when people say somebody is ugly because she isn't healthy. Okay, there was this video I watched of this bodybuilding woman, I believe. She's very heavily into fitness. Kudos to her. That's great. She was saying that Tess Munster, or Tess Holiday, I'm not quite sure what her last name is now, was a bad role model for women because she's promoting obesity. And I think that that's one of my... No. Okay. One thing, nobody is like promoting obesity just because they love their own skin. I believe that bigger women that come on the media like me or whatever and say, you should love your body for what it is. That's absolutely true. Like, she's saying that Tess Munster, she said, and I'm not quoting, this is like a rough quote, she said, you can obviously tell that this girl isn't healthy, therefore she's not beautiful, or something like that. And I'm like, really though? Like, okay, fine, maybe Tess isn't as healthy as you are, but Tess is still beautiful because of the way she carries herself, because of her body. She's just beautiful. Yeah, she's not skinny and she doesn't have like the most perfect shape in the world, but she's still beautiful because she doesn't give a crap. She does say F your beauty standards, and she just goes by what she thinks. And to me, that's beautiful in and of itself. I don't think beauty is determined by your health, and I don't think beauty is determined by necessarily what you look like on the outside, but to me it's determined by how you carry yourself and how you treat yourself. And by that woman saying she obviously doesn't love herself because she's not fit, that is not true. Maybe she doesn't care as much about her diet, but she loves herself. That's absolutely ridiculous. If she didn't love herself, she wouldn't put half-naked photos of herself on the freaking internet. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? But anyway, moving on. My 4th pet peeve is dresses. The underlining in a dress. Okay, this might not be a singularly plus size problem, but this is a big problem, okay? When you get a dress and the chiffon or the organza part of it is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful and fits wonderfully, and then you try and pull that sheath of an underskirt down and it is like, I don't even know. It reminds me of White Chicks in that movie when she's trying on clothes and she finally gets them all on. She stands up straight and they all just bust everywhere. That's exactly how I feel when I wear a dress that has an undergarment underneath it that is like a sheath. Really though? I never understood why they didn't just sew the underlining in the dress to be the same size as the organza or whatever is around it. Like, what's the point in that? I just don't get that. To me, it like ruins the whole dress, because if that's too tight, then the whole dress just looks funky because you can tell underneath the chiffon that the dress is too tight. And no, it's not a size problem. I have gone up a couple sizes in dresses to try on so that the underlining fits, and it's been huge up top. You're supposed to dress the biggest part of your body first, which is obviously my hips. My hips are like, I don't know the inches on them, but there's probably like a 10-inch difference in my hips than there is in, I don't know, up here. Yeah, up here. Even more. There's like a 15-inch difference between up here and down here. So it's like, you would think that, I mean, obviously I know my top is going to be bigger in most dresses, but I keep going upsize and upsize and upsize, and then the chiffon is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the sheath underneath is still super tight. I just don't get it. Half of my dresses I have to slit up the sides and sew a princess seam down them. That's like a little triangle where the seam hits up here, and then you just sew the triangle down in the underlining, and you have to find fabric that halfway matches, and it's just a big mess to me. That's not a plus size problem, that's an everybody problem. I was in the dress shop the other day and somebody was trying on a dress. She was probably like a size 0, okay? She could not fit in her dress because the underlining was too tight. I mean, maybe dresses are like a different size chart, but if you check your size chart, this is the point I'm trying to make right here. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I have measured my waist or my hip inches. I will order a dress that the size chart says fits my hips. Then I go to put the dress on and the underlining is too tight. That's the point I'm trying to make right there. My brain didn't work for a second. I couldn't figure out, you know, like what I was trying to say, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying it. Anyway, moving on. So the next one, fat girls can't wear shorts / rompers. I don't know who said this, and I don't even think anybody really said this, but there's this thing where, you know, they think fat girls shouldn't show skin just because there's more skin to show. To me, I feel like fat girls are a little bit more sorry, that's my phone. To me, fat girls can be a little bit more sexualized than other women because there's more skin to show, you know. So I guess if you put it that way, maybe. But I don't understand how people can say that fat girls shouldn't wear shorts, it doesn't look as good as thin girls, or rompers don't look good on you because there's shorts attached to them and blah, 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 blah. I just don't get it personally. I think that my body is pretty much the same as other people's. Yeah, there's a little bit more meat on my legs, and yeah, I have bumps and cellulite and stuff, but seriously, the cellulite and the stretch marks, even skinny girls can get that. So I know people don't want to see fat girls in shorts because they don't want to see all of that, but there are some people in my life that do want to see all that, so I'm going to put it out there. Just saying. Like, I'm not going to, it gets hot, and I live in Florida. I mean, I guess I could wear a skirt, but people have problem with big girls wearing skirts too. Nobody, just rule of thumb, there's always going to be somebody that's not happy with what you're doing. But on the other hand, there's always going to be somebody that loves you and is happy with what you're doing. So, anyway, next. I hate it when people say, what is the most flattering on plus-size women? Don't get me wrong, there are clothes that are more flattering on girls in general than others. Like, to me, I don't think that the big style of shirts that we have now that don't like come in at the waist and then go out, I don't think that those are very flattering. For instance, I'm wearing one today and it doesn't have any shape. Things that don't have shape in them aren't really like as flattering as it could be, but at the end of the day, like, what does it matter? Like, if I want to wear trendy clothes as a plus size woman, I'm not going to wear bell bottom jeans not bell bottom, but I'm not going to wear like flared leg jeans all day, and I'm not going to wear, you know, button up shirts or t-shirts. I'm not going to hide who I am. Like, I want to, besides this shirt, this is like a trend, so like, you know, I like it, it's comfortable, it's flowy, whatever, but I'm going to wear skinny jeans. They might not be the most flattering, but who cares? Like, I hate that word. I don't understand the whole flattering thing. Like, they're just clothes, and if you want to wear them and you feel good in them, you know, whatever. Like, I'm not, like, some people say that, you know, bodycon dresses aren't flattering on big girls. Well, to me, they're even more flattering than the things that like poof out. I was wearing a skirt in a pageant packing video that I just did, and I looked back at the footage, I'm like, oh my god, I look so big in that skirt, and I'm really not that big. So it's like, well, it's probably because I'm wearing a lot of extra fabric. So people that say fat girls shouldn't wear bodycon dresses, whatever, I don't know. Maybe none of this stuff is making sense to you guys, but it just, It's some of those things to me that are just like, I feel like a lot of people say that fat girls shouldn't do, when really, to me, I think we should all kind of be modest in our clothing, and I think we should wear what we want to wear, but, you know, we shouldn't be hanging out or anything like that. Like, obviously, I don't think anybody should wear short shorts, or I don't think anybody should wear dresses that are way too tight. Like, I'd like a bodycon dress once in a while, but I'm not going to wear one that's, like, super tight to where I can't breathe and super short to where my butt's hanging out. I don't know. So, another thing that drives me nuts is plus-size lingerie. It's all very ugly. So, Lane Bryant had this little ad that came out saying, "I'm no angel, blah, blah, blah." Well, I can still wear Victoria's Secret clothing. A lot of their lingerie is forgiving. A lot of their underwear is very forgiving. It's very stretchy. So it says it fits up to a size 16, which I'm an 18. So it works for me. So I believe that plus size lingerie, I was looking at that ad, and Lane Bryant's owned by the same company as Victoria's Secret. So wouldn't you think that they have the same pretty stuff as Victoria's Secret? Everything in that ad was either nude or black or like that rosy pink color. I'm just like, really though? There was floral designs on it, which I have floral lingerie. No, like I'm talking like lingerie to sleep in and undergarments. You know, it's all so ugly. I was in a plus size store the other day and all their bras were nude, black, and navy blue. Really? Oh, come on. I wish plus size stores had the same caliber as Victoria's Secret does. All their stuff is beautiful. It's got jewels. It's sexy. It's, you know, it's good quality. It's not too expensive. I just wish that we had that. And I guess there are stores that are kind of like that. But then again, you know, they're not as pretty as what thinner women can wear or what is available for thinner women. So I just wish that we were held to the same amount of sexiness as a thinner woman when it comes to especially consumer, in the eyes of a consumer. Like, you would think you would want to have just as sexy as Victoria's Secret because that's what bigger girls are looking for. Maybe you don't think that bigger girls are as sexy as thin girls, but big girls want to feel as sexy as you're trying to make the thin girls feel. So they're gonna buy into that. God, I'd pay $100 for a plus size bra that looked like a Victoria's Secret bra. Just saying. So it's a little food for thought there for the industry. Yes. Okay. Oh, here's another horrendous one. I went into a clothing store one time, specifically a dress shop, and I wanted to try on one of their dresses. And they told me that what was I going to say? Sorry. I wanted to try on the dress, and first of all, they said, "Oh, what are you in here for?" And I said, "I'm looking for a pageant gown." And they're like, "Oh, you're doing a pageant?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And they're like, "Well, nothing in here is going to fit you." And I'm like, "Okay." They're like, "But we can order a couple sizes up. What are you, a 3X? I'm like, ew. Like, maybe their dresses run small, but you don't just assume that. So I went and tried on one of their dresses in their store, an extra large, and it zipped right up. Let's just say I didn't buy a dress there. There's only one dress shop that I've ever been to that nobody has ever said a single nasty thing to me. And that's the one that I bought my dress at. But seriously, though, come on, get a life. Next, when I am shopping in a store and somebody tells me that I am in the wrong section. So I'll be in just the regular sizing section. And somebody will come up to me and be like, "Ma'am, you know the plus size section's over there." And I'm like, "What? I didn't know. I'm plus size? I didn't know. Stop. There are some things that I can still wear in the regular section. You just can't say that to people that are shopping in your store. Your customers are always right. If I want to squeeze my fat butt into one of those teeny tiny little dresses that you wear or that you have on your rack, I should be allowed to do that because I am spending money at your store. Really? Come on. I mean, like, I could be buying a birthday present for my skinny cousins or something like that. Like, you just don't say that. Somebody said that to my mother. We were at, I'm going to go ahead and say it, Dillard's. We were at a Dillard's shopping mall store thing. And some lady came up to her and said, ma'am, you're in the wrong section. You need to go over there. If I had been there, my aunt was there, but if I had been there, I would have gone over there and I would have towed her up from the flow then up, okay? Because no, that's not right. That's not right. Anyway, and last but certainly not least, I hate it when thin women get onto big women for celebrating their beauty and saying they act like big women are tearing down thin women when they do that. The song All About That Bass, which I don't really like because, you know, she kind of is saying skinny bitches, you know, like that's kind of wrong, but everybody was attacking Meghan Trainor saying, you're hating on thin women. You're saying thin women are ugly. Blah, 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 blah. Well, if she wants to say that, she has the right to say that. Everybody has their own opinions. To some men, thin women are gross. To some men, fat women are gross. You know, like, everybody has their own opinion. I think she should be able to express that. Like, it's just annoying to me that thin women all day long can gripe to fat women and say, you need to be healthy, you need to eat a salad, and that's totally okay, and they're helping them. But when big women decide that they want to say, you know, I love my body and I'm not going to change, blah, 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 all of a sudden it's attacking skinny women and saying that skinny women need to eat a cheeseburger and stuff like that. Like, maybe some people do say that, but like every single attempt at big women wanting to love their bodies, it's like they're saying that, you know, everybody should be fat, and it's not. It's a double standard to me. Thin women can tell fat women all day long that their looks are wrong, that they should, you know, be healthy and thin and look good for your man and not have stretch marks and have a flat tummy and everything else. But when a big girl wants to stand up for how she feels about herself, it's 100% wrong. So, a lot of these things that I have shared with you today are just thoughts that have been going through my mind the past week. I do tend to dwell on these thoughts, which I shouldn't. I just do, and it's something that I really need to work on. But I just wanted to get this out there and say how I feel about these things. I wanted to point out that I'm not hating on thin women. I think thin women are beautiful and they're healthy, and that's absolutely wonderful, but I'm absolutely wonderful as well, as are all other women, and people need to learn that. Everybody is different. To one person, you're ugly, to another, you're beautiful, and vice versa. So everybody is going to have somebody that hates them, and everybody's going to have somebody that loves them. So I need to learn how to keep that in mind about the people that truly love me for who I am, and not really worry about what other people say about me or people that are like me. But that's it for my rant for today. I don't want to seem too angry. I'm not angry. I'm just peeved. Anyway, so if you agree or don't agree, let me know. Let me know what your pet peeves are when it comes to being a plus size woman. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. And until next time, bye guys.